wait for the next instruction. In most cases, I will tell you to follow, I know, maybe just say go behind a tree or go behind some bush, just to get lost as I check the situation. That is, if we surprise some animal like elephant, buffalo, whatever, or a snake or something that comes across us. If I do that, I mean go back. If I do that, it means we go down. But there is so much cover. With all these fallen logs that can actually break the profile so that the animals don't really see where we are. We just hide behind some logs, then normally they will not pick it up, will not pick us up. Let's sharpen our senses of smell. If you smell something that is strange, could be maybe some carcass, then there could be prospects of predators there. Let's just click your fingers, call my name, stop me, and then we can explore the area before we proceed, just to avoid bumping onto, unaware predators. Yeah. Sometimes I would not say anything. I would just point to my eyes. It means I can see something, but we should keep going. And sometimes I'll point to my ear. It's just to say I can hear something, but we don't have to stop. There will also be some things that you see on the ground which you probably want me to engage, talk about. Feel free again to click your finger, call my name, stop together, and we can chat about it. Yes, with me, I'll have a rifle. It's like just a second option if anything happened, but it's 1 in a million kind of option. So we're very much safe. We're using our senses and our instincts to be part of the area that we're looking at. I'll be having also some first.
So we're about to walk. We're not far from the kill that we just saw. We're 17, 20 lions. We took down a giraffe, unfortunately, for the draft, but that's nature. So we're going to be very aware of our surroundings. There were jackals around, buzzards, so we were looking for indications of carnivores who may be around as we begin our walk. Yeah.
And then turn it to an interactive kind of walking.
Yeah.
These guys also following the trees.
Okay, we're off. I'm seeing some giraffes over there in the distance.
With the giraffe, most of the time you let them actually look at you. And the more time they look at you, then they relax. So there is also some zebras there. We'll try and slowly advance on them and see if they can give us a very good space for better pictures. organisms that actually reside there, like spiders, um, like some species of beetles, wood beetles. And see how it is, or whether that herd actually spreads all the way that side. And we'll see if it's nice for us to get closer.
For the elephants.
Not if it's females with babies, we'll just watch from a distance. But if it's good bulls, then we'll get much more closer. It's quite variable. Yeah.
Yeah. We see elephants, and so we're approaching. We're upwind, but the wind keeps changing.
Find out. Like crosswind, and then it just goes in circles. However, as long as we don't get seen, you could see at some stage she showed signs she had caught the wind, but they were like, where is it coming from? And then they carried on. This elephant must have passed through here yesterday afternoon. So you can see this wheel is almost gone. So late afternoon. And the dams, you can actually see inside is still quite fresh, but outside is dried. So which means it had a little bit of sun on it. So this elephant must have passed through here yesterday afternoon. You can see all the seed, the acacia seed. There is lots of stuff that is left undigested. So 60% just goes into waste. But not waste, because all these seeds can germinate, and then we have the acacias actually growing again. So, and all these other nutrients are also passed through other food chains. You know, other animals come and eat the elephant dung, like the baboons, the guinea fowls, etc. So the elephant's presence within a given ecosystem is so important because it generates a lot of energy that passes through other actors within the habitat. I think probably above his 40s, you can see the sort of markings underneath the foot, which shows he is of quite of weight. Yeah. So the more the weight is, the more these become very much, distinct, because you're pressing a lot of weight on them. So then you have a good spread. So these bulls, normally they are also very much here. So as we move around, we just have to be very wary of the musk bulls. If we smell some musk, then it's a no-go area. But if they're looking fine, they're not acting funny, then we go closer. DNA Information Center. You can see maybe some zebra, maybe some elephant also came to do like sandbag there or just swallowing. So that creates a very huge information base for animals, either interspecies or intraspecies. So if it's intra, then definitely things like pheromones for who is actually marking in the area, who is much more dominant, etc., they'll get it from there. If it's interspecies, perhaps you would find also predators like leopard, like jackals. They will come and put their droppings there. A sign that they also checking. They also get the information on which animal species are coming to wallow there and who is present within their area of hunting or their area of control. However, that also helps in terms of competition, because you're trying to maintain that ground as your hunting ground as well. You're saying, no, Mr. Lion, you must know that I'm also in control here. And Mr. Hyena also comes and says, this is my hunting area. So it defines those kind of roles as different species on who is actually doing what. That is some impala neckbone. Must have been eaten by maybe some leopard or some lion. So sometimes we get to struggle looking for these predators, but they all also follow pattern of prey movement. So if prey for any reasons comes into the woodland, they also will follow suit. And sometimes also that's where they put their litters, because it's much more private, it's much more quiet, there is no human disturbance. So as we walk around also, you see lots of bones in these acacia woodlands, so which means they also spend a lot of time right here. I think what we probably see of of them out there is less than what they do in this privacy. Yeah. But seed dispersal, especially of acacias, although there is some kind of assumption by research that the acacias are also getting extinct, I think it's too premature because you can see how these are being planted by the elephants. So they look quite small, but over time, I think as the root system grows, we'll get to a time when they just blow up. The Lake Manyara story, it's about maybe 30 years back. Somebody hypothesized that Lake Manyara will change. I mean, the acacias will become extinct. Yeah, I think that's Douglas Hamilton. And the tree climbing lions were going to stop that behavior because all the big acacias will be gone. But 20 years later, a huge thicket of acacias occupied Lake Manyara. So, which means it's just some generational change. You have to have an agent that comes in and facilitates for that kind of change. Yeah. So today you go to Lake Manyara, the acacias are back. So I think nature has got the audacity to control itself. They just proceed. So we want to find some good spot where we can sit and wait for them. My suspicion is if they come this side, then the better. But let's watch first. You can see them right there. There's quite a few pods here. I think they can smell these pods, or they know these trees. So I'm wondering whether they're going back or they're coming here.
this log. It's a large fallen tree, and a small elephant herd was moving towards us, but I think they smelled us, and so they've turned away.
Try and position ourselves again.
How will you know if the bulls are calm?
Yes, they're much more calm. Like you saw when he picked up the wind, he straight away decided to say, I don't want trouble. Then he's gone. But the females have got reasons to defend, because they've got babies. Yeah.
So we've seen a large bull, and we're going to try to approach and see if he's calm, if he doesn't smell us from the wind. But the wind keeps shifting. That's one of the issues we're having as we try to get closer, because then they smell us and they leave.
Some very fresh muffins.
It's very fresh muffins. Okay, I'm learning new vocabulary here on this safari walk.
So I think we've had a good time with them.
So we're hiding behind another tree, and there were two bulls. They've gone off. I just showed you a video of where they are. We're very, very close. But if the wind shifts, they smell us. They move, but they're relaxed. But it just shows you, when we talk about people living with elephants, if you learn a lot about how they react, what their behavior is, when they're calm, don't surprise them. That's the big thing I've learned. Never surprise an elephant. That's a lot of the issue